Yo, what's going on, guys? Imaginary World here. Today I wanted to show you about a plugin that I like to call the plugin that time forgot, and there's a reason for it. The company that makes this plugin was bought by Apple, and when Apple bought them, they shut down this plugin specifically. They're using the company to help develop Logic now, and I think there's some plugins that company makes for Logic specifically. This is a plugin that was talked about all the time when I was getting started producing. Everyone loved this plugin, and no one talks about it anymore. It's all about these new distortion plugins, but I'll tell you what, I still use this plugin. This thing makes your 808s hit so hard, and the best thing about this plugin is it is 100% free. The only downside is you do unfortunately need to kind of get this through sketchy means because it's not available anymore. They don't have like a website or anything like that, so it's a little sketchy to get it. But I mean, at this point, you know, they've got websites that have it and that kind of stuff. I'm not someone who like says you should torrent plugins and that kind of thing, but this is a free plugin anyways. It was free when it was out, like when the plugin was actually available, it was free. And so now that it's not available anymore, this is like the one thing where I'm not saying like you should torrent it, but find a way to get this plugin. All right, guys, before we jump into it, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe. All right, let's get into it. So this is the beat we're working on. This is a beat that I already have out, but so this plugin, Camel Crusher, it's a very small, simple plugin. In fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna remove this and I'm just gonna pull up a new instance of it, and we're gonna solo the kick in the 808. So here's what it sounds like. All right, so we got a new instance of Camel Crusher loaded up here. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, so this is the default patch that it just loads up as soon as you pull up Camel Crusher. It's called Annihilate, and that's exactly what it does. Let me tell you, that's usable. Like, that's definitely usable. And the one of my favorite things about Camel Crusher is it's got this mix knob here, which it's very common. But with these kind of things, when you're doing hard distortion like that, you can just dial back the mix. It already hits. Let's go ahead and just look into the features here. I mean, this thing's got a compressor built into it with the infamous fat mode. And then it's also got distortion and a filter. This plugin's really easy to use. It's really simple, but honestly, there's always this one patch that I've always gone to, and as far as I know, this is kind of like the patch for this thing, and it is the British Clean, and this thing just makes it sound so good. It blows my mind that this plugin was free. This thing, I'm telling you guys, this thing right here, Camel Crusher, was talked about. And you probably, if you're a new producer, you've probably never even heard of it because you can't really get it anymore. I mean, you can, but like if you download it, just mess around with it, guys. This plugin, it sounds so good. The first thing I would do if you get this plugin, just go to the British Clean, throw it on an 808, mess with the mix on your master. It's going to sound good. I personally don't really use other distortion plugins on my 808s. I use this free plugin. And that blows my mind because normally free plugins, I mean, the stuff that comes with your DAW is good, but like, have you seen some of these free plugins out here? No one uses these. But Camel Crusher was different and is different, and no one talks about it anymore. Everyone's talking about Saturn and Trash and Decapitator, which, you know, these plugins are great, but they do cost like anywhere from like $100 to $200, and you can get Camel Crusher for free. And there's nothing wrong with those other plugins, but I just love Camel Crusher. It's just so simple, and it just sounds so good. There's no reason to not have it. It's free. There's no reason to not have this plugin. For all you people who are on Mac and you're wondering, this does work on Catalina. I'm on Catalina and I'm using it, and it does work. This was like the one plugin I was worried about. It took me a minute to upgrade because I was like, I don't want to lose Camel Crusher. I don't want to lose Camel Crusher. It does work. And it's crazy because this thing hasn't had support for years. I don't think anyone's developing this anymore. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.